But a little rest doesn't hurt either. As our first semifinal is underway. Who's it gonna be, Novi Sad or Piran? The two-time World Tour final champs or the Chengdu Masters champs and 2016 Europe Cup champs? Trey Bolt, off the mark on his pass, and Dusan Bullet takes his eye off that one, almost lost it out of bounds. And Trey Bolt gives Sub-Zero a little shove there. And I mentioned that Europe Cup win for Piran in 2016. They beat Novi Sad Awada's 4, representing Team Serbia en route to doing that. So while the wins have been few and far between for Team Piran, they do have a couple, and they do always put together classic games with Novi Sad Awada. Trey Bolt doing some things to Dusan. Savage, nowhere to go with it, but what a hustle! And a pass from Dusan to Savage for the score. That was crazy. Look again. He threaded that thing in there like a needle. Two-one game. And Simon Finsgar just lost his foot in there. Might have tweaked his hip or something. He's gonna check out. Gasper Optics gonna check in. And Dean Kavgic was the hero for Piran. Although he takes one right between the eyes from Dusan Bullet there. But Kavgic was the hero in the Mexico City Masters win for Piran over Novi Sad Awada. But in his own words, he said he went from hero to zero, beating him in the quarterfinals and losing to Zamoon Master in the semis. As Dusan called for the foul. But it was an incredible comeback for Kavgic and company to get that win over Novi Sad. I'm not sure if they feel like they got their number, but they certainly feel like they can beat this Novi Sad team, despite their #1 ranking and dominance on the World Tour circuit this year with 3 Masters wins. There's Trey Bolt. Nice touch on the turnaround hook. Kavgic and Savage. And then Obnik, 6-4 game. Novi Sad in front. (7-4). Trey Bolt can't hit. And then he fouls Dusan. So cue the Aaliyah music. They going back, forth and forth. At least through the first 2.5 minutes. Sub-Zero can't finish the deal at the rim, but that was some nice ball moving from Novi Sad Awada. You won't see 2 better passing teams than these 2 right here. The Sphinx, right past Sub-Zero. Gets Piran within 2. the maestro. Forces up the long ball, can't knock it down. So now both setting up against Majstorovic, and the maestro shuts him down. Thought about sneaking the pass in there to Duchamp, but some heads up deep from Simon Finsgaard. Now both here. Fouls Duchamp on the pull-up. Smart play by Duchamp Bullet. You see Chris Paul, you've seen Chris Paul do that a lot in the NBA. He's so crafty, and he knows how to use his body, leans into the defender, gets the shot up and gets those arms tied up, and is able to draw the foul. 7-5 game, just over 3 minutes into the action in our first semifinal. Look back at some of the work done so far. And what you're going to see is some textbook passing, leading to scores for both teams. The top 4 finishers here in Beijing will all go home with some money. $40,000 to the winner, 30 to the runner-up. Third place gets 20,000 USD, fourth place 10,000. Oh, steal from Dusan. Quick pass down low to the Serbian surgeon. And it's a 4-point advantage for Novi Sad. We've seen it before. We've seen leads like this in this rivalry disappear before. Strebo. Double dipping. One possession game, 9-7. Maestro, you better not give him an open look. Even if you defend him, he's still gonna put it in your face. Splashes the 2-ball. And the wetness gives Novi Sad an 11-7 advantage. So nice, you gotta see it twice. And Cav gets you, he watched that shot go in, he's like, man, what can you do? Nothing with a shooter like that. That's the reason why he led the World Tour in scoring this year. 154 points. Two MVPs under his belt. Speaking of MVPs, nobody in 3x3s had more than Duchamp Bullet. Finsgaard, a former #1. Beat him up. Obnik going to the spin. Nice move on the Maestro. But Dayan swipes it from behind, out of bounds. Fresh shot clock for Team Piran. And Obnik took a shot to the face from Sub-Zero on accident. And he's probably spitting out a little blood over there. It wasn't intentional. So 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Bullet commits the foul. They're 4th in the game. 5:46 left. And Obnik, that would have been a big 2-make there if had he hit it. And Maestro going to work on Kavgic. 5-point advantage, 12-7. Piran needs a score here. Kavgic with a good look. Just a little too much sauce on the shot. So Novi Sad's going to turn that one over. And Piran will now have it. Both of these teams coming off blowout wins in their quarterfinal games. A 21-13 win for Novi Sad over Lehman, and a 22-13 win for Piran over Lausanne. So two seasoned teams taking care of business against two teams making their first appearances at the World Tour final stage. This is the coronation of what has been an unbelievable 2017 3x3 season. Bullet, crossover. I don't know how he managed to see Sub-Zero, but it's plays like that that win games. Desperation pass and Sub-Zero clutch like the thing on your girlfriend's shoulder. 14-8. So another look at Dushan. He was hanging in the air. He had nowhere to go with that ball. And just before he hits the ground, he gets it over to Sub-Zero. He hits the two-point bomb, and it's a 14-8 game. 3-possession game, 4.5 to play. Bullet. Oh, how'd he hit that? That would have took a lot of air out of Team Piran. We'll see what they do on this offensive possession. I think a two-pointer would go a long way in terms of getting some momentum and getting some confidence back into this team. What a find. Savage looking like Dan Marino out there. 15-8. The Sphinx pulls up. Nothing. And looks like Maestro and Cav gets locked legs. And Cav gets called for the unsportsmanlike conduct on the foul there, because he kicked his leg out. I don't think he was trying to kick Majstorovic. I think he was actually just trying to deflect the ball any way that he could. Bang, bang play. And now Maestro. Utsunomiya and Lausanne Masters MVP. Steps up, knocks down the first of two free throws. Makes it a 16-8 basketball game. And hits the second as well, 17-8. Possession also to Novi Sad Awara after the unsportsmanlike foul. The Maestro, one-legged shot, short. And now the Sphinx trying to handle business against Dushan, and you can see the frustration showing there as the Sphinx walks off the court. And Dushan flexing his muscles. He locked him up like Alcatraz. Sub-Zero, call for the push. 3:15 on the clock, 16 fouls apiece. See it again. Getting a little testy between the two. And Piran just has not been able to keep up with the same type of offensive pace that Novi Sad Awara brings to the game. Very few teams can match what they do offensively and defensively. That's the key. Because Novi Sad's not just going to hurt you with the crisp passing and cutting and what they do offensively. They will get up in you on the defensive side of the ball and make life hell for you. And Simon Fitzgerald can attest to that. You saw that frustration boil over. Now he's back in the game. Important to keep that composure, though. Spot in the final on the line here. The Sphinx to Kavgic. 17-9. Still an 8-point advantage. Make that, I was about to say 9-point advantage, but Savage misses a crib. And then Kavgic scored. So a 2-point swing right there, but still a comfortable 7-point lead for Novi Sad Al-Wada. But then Dushan Bullet loses a little bit of focus as well. And a gimme possession back to Piran. 2:43 left in this first semifinal. Hope you've been enjoying this day of basketball. It's the last one of the year for 3x3 until next season. Kyle Montgomery in your ear, has been a pleasure. Nice connection there as Obnick lays it in. 6-point game, 2:20 to play. The Maestro lets one fly, gets his own rebound. Pass is stolen by the Sphinx to Shrey Bolt. Shrey Bolt lost his balance there and missed the shot. Now Savage looking to pass over to the Maestro. I think he's in the mood for some string music. He's on the drive like Lyft. Uber might hire him, though. Traveling violation call. 18-11, $149 remaining. Novi Sad looking like they're going to improve to 7-1 all-time against Team Piran. Unless, of course, the Slovenians have some magic up those compression sleeves. The beautiful give and go, Obnick to Shrey Bolt, who spin baseline.
So 40,000, a lot more than 10,000, but 10,000 is definitely better than nothing.
Oh, another straight dime. Savage out here with more dimes than Justin Bieber. Nice dish. Finsgard to Kavgic. 19-12, Bullet, hoop, and the harm. Mr. Bulletproof is impenetrable. And there's your ball game. Novi Sad Al-Wada hardly broke a sweat in this one as they cruise to a 21-12 semifinal win over longtime rivals Piran out of Slovenia.